Good to go.
Good afternoon. My name is Prince Comrade Olushola Adegbuye from the Office of the Human Rights Defenders and Access to Justice Advocacy Center, reaching you from Italy. Today we have a case reported by Mr. Pius Nwokobia against Ms. Sandra Ineh. According to Mr. Pius, Ms. Sandra is denying him of access to their child or to his child. We'll be giving access to the complainant, which is Mr. Pius. Thereafter, same opportunity will be given to Ms. Sandra. Stay tuned. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
All right.
My name is Pius Nwokobia.
You speak up. I hope you know you're not talking to.
My name is Pius Nwokobia. I came to lay a complaint for access to my child, to my son, Fortune. He's 10 years old, and I don't. Every time I go to see my son, it's just recent. I only have the opportunity to just take him to court. That's all. It's recently that I started taking him to my house, and he cannot stay in my house for stipulated time, maybe 2 or 3 hours. Even the mother has actually told me never to take him to my house. But I was just doing that because he's my son, and I've been doing everything I should do as a father. But recently, we've been having issues, so many issues, and I've never pushed to take custody of the boy because we've been having so many issues. But each time we have issues, the parents will always call us together and we'll talk about it. At the end of the day, they'll tell me to do, they'll just advise me on what to do, and I'll go ahead and do it. Some years ago, say like let me start like this. My son was a few months old, maybe 9 months old, so I asked her to go and register him in the school, call it best in Mafolu. So the boy has been attending that school for maybe 2 years. All of a sudden, she moved the boy away from the school without my consent. And the boy was owing. So one day, I was just passing by with my friend. I said, let me just stop and say hello to the boy in school. So when I got there, he now told me there is nobody bearing that name in that school again, that the boy has stopped coming to school, that the boy is even still owing them school fees. I was shocked. So I contacted the father, even her. She said she has moved him to Ayobo. And I said, did you tell me before doing this? She said, no, that it's her son, that she has the right to do it. I didn't see anything. So the boy started schooling there. I was paying school fees, but I was not, each time I go to see the boy, I'm not always happy with the condition I meet him. He's always looking tattered, haggard. And I spend money, I give her money for upkeep and everything. So it got even before that time too. Even when the boy was a baby, I've noticed some things. If I buy her things for the boy, provisions, she will sell those things. Even the food, SMA good, she will sell them. I have witnesses to all these things. She will sell them and be giving the boy soya milk. So I complain later, I just overlook. So we're back to so I now went to Ayobo. So it got to a stage. I was so angry and I said, I can't do this anymore. I stopped giving her money for my son upkeep, and I stopped paying the school fees for like maybe 6 or 8 months. But it got to a point I said, I cannot neglect my son. I went back, I started paying the school fees. Later again, I stopped again for a few months too. But later I said, I can't continue like this. This is a boy. This boy is going to hate me tomorrow if I stop all these things. So I discussed with a few of my friends. They said I should go back. I went to her. I said, okay, let's look for the way forward for this boy. Let's join hand. I've told you from time, I want to be part of raising this boy, even though we are not together. Let's bring up this boy together. We agreed that we are going to, we agreed that she's going to bring the boy back to Mafolu where they were staying there. So she brought the boy. we enrolled the boy in a school. Hans Montessori is at Mafoluku Airport Road. Ever since then, I've been paying the boy's school fees. I've been paying his upkeep. I've been buying things for him. From time, I've always been the one buying everything. Aside from those 2 times that I got angry, I stopped for a few months. Ever since then, I've always been the one doing everything for the boy. So what even prompted me to come to this human right is when the boy entered primary 5, he was supposed to write his common entrance. So the owner of the school, the proprietress, so she called me and said I should come in. That this boy is going to JSS1. That usually we are supposed to choose a school, 1 or 2 schools or 3. The boy can sit for the entrance examination and anyone he pass. But because of the issue between me and the mother, and that boy is always distracted in class, that she strongly advised me to let that boy go to boarding school. And I said, okay. So when I want to present the case to her, I didn't call her. I called one of her sisters and the husband. I said, I would like to discuss with you about Fortune's future education. So they invited me. They invited her too. So I tabled it. I said, I'm not here to quarrel, but I just want us to look for a way around this thing. Let this boy attend the boarding school. She refused. She said it's not going to be possible. She said so many things. At the end of the day, I didn't quarrel. I just left. So after we agreed that the boy was going to go to a school, I'm trying to remember the name. It's somewhere in Airport Road. So we agreed that the boy was going to register with the school and sit for the entrance examination there. So only for me to ask her how much is the entrance exam. She said it's 10,000 naira. I gave her the 10,000 naira. So one day, after a few months, the school invited me for Father's Day celebration. So they wanted us to have like a talk with the students. So I went to the school on that day. So on getting there, I discovered that my son was not there because I insisted I was going to go to his class. So that's how my son didn't come to school today. I was surprised. I said, how come? I didn't know he didn't come to school. So I went to check on him. But before going to check on him, I asked the woman that when is common entrance. She said she didn't know, that nobody told her, that she's not even sure the boy has gotten the form. And I said, okay, if this is the case, I'll go to the school where the boy is supposed to write the exam. So I went to the school. I gave them the name. They said the boy has not registered for the exam, and the exam is remaining, say, 3 weeks. I bought the form. I went to drop it. So getting there, I think this following week, I came there and I was asking the mother, why didn't you buy this form? I gave you money. The form is 5,000 naira, but you told me it's 10,000 and I gave you this 10,000 naira. Why didn't you buy it? She said the form that she bought, I went to buy another one. I said, this is not possible because the school has already checked their record and discovered that the boy has not registered for the exam. So I just let that one go. So lastly, after the exam, they called me from the school that the boy failed the exam. When they called me, I was not happy, knowing fully well how much I pay. The boy's school fees is close to 200,000 naira. It's not as if I'm buoyant, but I struggled to pay this money. So I was paying, I couldn't sleep that night. So I called the sister, I called the brother, that is the mother's siblings. I explained to them, they said, okay, that I should go and see their father in Ayoko. So I went there, I explained. Even before then, I called her, I said, this boy failed this exam. Can you bring this boy so that this boy, because I thought you said the boy can come in and write the exam. Can you bring this boy so that this boy can write this exam? She said, why am I commanding her? She said so many things, so I didn't want to argue on phone. And now I just assumed that maybe she would go on her time. So later I called the school, they said she didn't come. So I now went to see the father. I explained everything to her father. Her father now told me that he has discussed with her that she refused, that she said the boy is not going back to that school again. Meanwhile, where they are staying in Airport Road, there was a time she complained to me during the COVID-19 period that the house, that they've chased her away from the house. The family pleaded with me to rent her a house in Nigeria State. I said, I cannot rent a house because I have my own family. But they pleaded with me. I said, okay, this is something I can do for my son. I told her that my budget for that house was 300,000 naira. Yeah, we got a house very close to the school, say few buildings away from the school, through my friend AY. I told her about it. That when I was telling her about it, she said no, that she doesn't want to live in Mafoluku, that she wants to live in Ajawa Estate. I said, no problem. But me, I'm against that Ajawa Estate. She said, no, that's where she wants to live. I said, but Ajawa house is expensive in Ajawa Estate, and my budget is 300,000 naira, 200,000 for the rent, and 100,000 naira for the agent and agreement. He said, no, that she'll give her. That day, because I know her, so I wanted to be very sure she's paying for the house. So I called my friend. Anything I want to do, I always make sure that my friend is there as witness. We went to Ajawa Estate together. We saw the house. The total package of the house was 370,000 or 80,000 naira. Now, when I said, like I told you, my budget is 300,000. He said, no, that she will add the money. I said, okay. I think I had either 200,000 naira or 150. I can't remember, cash. I gave her. The following day, I called my friend again. I gave her the balance. My friend was there. She paid for the house. All of a sudden, she started threatening me, telling me that why will I rent a house for her? I didn't buy her bed sheets. She started insulting me. I didn't buy her bed. She started insulting me that my son is sleeping on the floor. I didn't buy. I said, when we were having this agreement, I never promised you of bed or anything. Now, the boy, I'm still going to pay. The school now gave me the bill for the boy for one time, 70,000 naira to transport the boy to school for that time. And I said, I'm still going to pay this amount. Well, I could have saved money if you have rented that house in Mafoluku. So at the end of the day, after all these things that happened in school and everything, I was no longer comfortable. And a friend has been telling me about this human rights thing. I've just been paying them for it. I said, I want my son to just go in peace. I don't want to expose him to all these things. I don't want problem with anybody. But eventually, because of this school thing, I said, no, enough. Let me come so that they can resolve this case for us. Whatever the outcome is, I will follow it. If the outcome is that I should let her be with the son, because my intention is to send my son to boarding school. I'll pay for it. She has not been the one paying for it. I've always been the one paying for his school. I want to send him to boarding school. That is why I came here. Or if possible, she's not capable of taking care of that boy. I want to collect that boy from her. But that is not my priority. My priority is just to send that boy to boarding school. That's all I want.
Is the boy here now?
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
Is that all for now? Is that all, Mister?
Yes, sir. That's all for now, sir.
Okay. Before I ask her her own side of the story, I may want to ask you a few questions.
All right, sir.
Is it that you are not allowed access to your child, or your child is not well taken care of?
Initially I was not allowed access, but even my
When was
access
that?
is restricted.
When was that?
Well, while the war was going on, my access has always been restricted because each time I try to make the move, we always quarrel. At times, most times we fight on the streets. We have quarreled on the streets a couple of times.
Okay,
So,
if you answer my question, there is difference between shedding more light or explaining. You just need to answer maybe yes or no, because she may still need to talk while I ask more questions. Uh, just you are
okay,
allowed access,
okay.
yes
The
or
child
no.
is
Are
not
you
properly taken. Okay, the child is not properly
the
taken care of.
title or the information I am giving here? One of the information I'm giving is that it's called access child denial, whatever. Child access denial. That is how they title it, if I'm not mistaken. And if that is the title, it means this woman in question is not allowing you access to that child. And with every statement you have given or what you have narrated so far, you have full access to your child. And when you were talking, you were saying this boy or whatever, I don't know how you were addressing your child. Is it because you don't have too much closeness with him, or Is that is just the way you want to be addressing your child? You're supposed to be saying my son, but you are saying something else. That is for that. So long. Are you people married?
No, sir.
Were you once married?
We were never married. We only
Were you
dated.
were you at any given time in a serious relationship that you were hoping
Yes.
to settle together?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. We'll come to that. Madam, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. My name is Sandra Ineh. Both of us dated for good 8 years. When I got
Yes.
pregnant, yes, and he promised to marry me. When I got pregnant, I told him,
Madam, don't shout here.
I want them to hear.
Okay.
Please direct the camera to her alone. Please, you can call Afion to assist you. I know you are doing other things.
I've done that.
Go ahead, madam.
We dated for good 8 years, and he promised to marry me. So when I took
Okay.
him, I called him, I told him, he denied the pregnancy. He asked me to go and abort the pregnancy, that he is not responsible. He said one of his friends, Femi, that he is the one that is responsible. Even when I was dating him, I did not have any other boyfriend, which he knew. I was fine. I told my parents, they told him, he said the same thing. I don't know where he traveled to. Throughout that pregnancy, only me, he did not buy pain one single drop for me. When before 9 months, like maybe 8 months, it's like he traveled to maybe Owerri to go and meet one of his girlfriends. They called him Norma. He later came back. He came to my parents. He told my parents that he's not responsible. That if the child grow, if he find out that he's responsible, we take care of the child. For now, that is not responsible. That is his friend. Even throughout the pregnancy, he did not buy one single medicine for me. Even when he later asked me to come to his mom's place at Mushi there, I went there, stayed some days. I came back. So when I gave birth to the child, he came to look me at the hospital. Even the hospital bill, he did not pay.
Hold
The
on,
naming
madam.
ceremony.
Hold on. Let's do it this way. You know, you are the one that may talk last, that is giving statement after him. So we may be picking words from your statement and be asking him a few questions. Because if your story is true, I believe even though I ask you to stop, you know where to continue again. You said he denied it and he said if
Yes.
the child grows, if the child belongs to him, he will continue taking care of the child from there. Okay, and all of the sudden you said he sent you to his mother as a somebody they denied, or you guys later settled the differences.
He did not have a place he's staying. He was just sleeping up and down. The last place he was staying in Shamura, it's like they were smoking, so the landlord sent them out. Ever since then, he did not rent house. He even asked me, to borrow him money. I lent him 105,000 naira then to go and rent house. That was when he went to go and meet one of his girlfriends at Owerri there. So as I gave birth,
Madam, you still haven't answered my question. I will allow you to talk even for 10 hours because today is your day. But what you will do, you have to listen. You have to listen to me. We can adjourn it if it's interesting. I need to do what I'm supposed to do. Now you find my trouble, can they connect me? So the question I ask you, madam, you said this man denied you. All of a sudden, I heard you said he asked you to go to the mother. After denied you, did he later agree that moment? Yes or no?
he denied the pregnancy.
Yeah.
He denied the pregnancy. He said he was not responsible. So he traveled to Owerri to go and meet one of his girlfriends. According to him, he said the girl want to use his boss and his secret to do ritual. I don't know. So he ran back. As he came back, he came to meet me in my parents' place. So they questioned him. He said he's not responsible. So later, he called me again that I should come to his mom place. So I went to the mom place. And the mom later found out that I was pregnant. And he took me to his dad's place. I went to the dad's place. The dad asked me, am I sure that he's responsible for the pregnancy? I said yes. The dad said that he's going to find out. That if he find out that if he's responsible, that they will call me. Later, the dad called me. The dad told me that he has found out. After I've given birth, as I've given birth, so he now told me that we should do naming ceremony. He said he did not have money. I said, no problem. The naming ceremony, I was the one that bought everything. I even give him pocket money. So we now went to the mom place to stay there. The boy was 3 months. We were preparing for naming dedication, 3-month dedication. It was one fateful night like this. Him, his sister, both his brothers and sister and the mom. If you see the way they beat me and my baby, the picture is here. 3 months, they sent us out. Even the mother told me that he did not know where I carried the pregnancy from. That only God knows maybe it is my Ogbanje that give me baby. So I went to my auntie place because it was late in the night and rain was falling. From my auntie place at Egbeda, and I went back to my daddy place at Ayobo. So my dad now called him. That what if he's not in? My dad called him. My dad called him and asked him. He said he's going to come because that day was on Friday night. So I went to my auntie place at Egbeda. I slept there till Saturday. So that Saturday I went to my dad and dad now called him. So him and his elder brother, they now came to my dad's place on Sunday. He carried all my properties and come to my daddy. That he did not think we are compatible. Even my dad asked him what happened. He did not say anything. He just said that both of us used to worry. My dad said, okay, you now sent them away. And you did not even call to know if they've reached his place. He said even him, he did not sleep at home that day. So my dad now asked him, is your dad aware of it? He told my dad that he did not have any relationship with his dad. He did not have any relationship with his dad. So I was staying with my dad there at Ayobo because my dad packed to his house at Ayobo. We were staying in Mafoluku before, so the house we still maintain it. So now if I stay in Ayobo, I will go to Mafoluku. From there, when the child was maybe 9 months plus, he enrolled the child at Holy Best there. He don't used to come. He did not used to bring feeding money. If he bring, he will not bring. Then he used to bring baby food. So from the journey there has been somehow from Mafoluku to Ayobo ever since 3 months. So later on, I find out that what am I doing here in Mafoluku? Let me go and stay with my parents.
Right now?
He's 10 years plus from 3 months. He's 10 years plus now. 10 years plus. And immediately he threw us out. He went to Mario and he has children. No, he did not leave me. Me, it's not that I did not see husband to marry. But anyone that will marry me will marry my son. That is why I'm not yet married, but him is married with children. Ever since that boy was small, he had been saying that he wants boarding school for the child. I said, this boy is too small for boarding school. I can't allow my son to go to boarding school. Okay, even when the child was this matter, he has reported this matter at welfare. I went there. When they addressed us, he said me I did not allow him to access to the child. I wish he used to come and see the child. So when they said, okay, bring lawyer, let me bring lawyer, they gave us appointment again. I went there 2 times. He did not show face. Almost 6 months, he did not call, he did not do anything. Later, I came to meet me and begged me that we should forget what happened. That I should go and look for house, that I should remove that child from Ayobo where I put it, that is going to pay for the school fees. That I brought the child back to Mafoluku, which he changed the school, but the house, he did not rent the house for us. Later, when the house in Mafoluku, I told him I cannot stay there again. I want to go back to my father's place. What am I doing here? My families are not here. He said, okay, that is going to rent house for me. He said I should stay in Mafoluku. I said no, that I like Ajawa Estate. The house rent was 300 and something thousand. He paid 300, I paid 71,000 there. He took the child to
which year was this?
It's last year. Ever since I've not been paying for house. It's last year October.
Madam, I hope you know when you are kind of shouting, we will assume that you are shouting at us. And
No,
by the
sir.
time we shout back now, I know. By the time we shout back now, we'll come be like say we sabi shout. We know they shout
That
because
is
we
how
don't
my
take
voice
case.
is.
And I want to make control. We know they take case permanently. A person here. I will give you time to still talk. I know where you are coming from. That means I know where you are going. Because this man did not touch the area you start from now. And that means he could be different from what is expecting or expected of you rather. So if you still have other important things you want to talk, just calm down. We have some water there. You drink water when you feel you need to calm down yourself. Then you continue talking. I'm already feeling your pain, but calm down. We will understand you, okay? Continue.
As he is now, sir, I don't know where he stays. His car wash at Ilupeju, I managed to get the place through my auntie husband. He used to carry the child to his house. I don't know his house. And he said he's not going to give me address of his house. Since 3 months. Okay, last 2 weeks, he came to meet me at Ayobo, where he drove me and my son to. He knows where my dad built house at Ayobo there. Me, I did not know anything. Even his parents' place. They pack out from Musha, I don't know there. He used to carry my son fortune there. But me, I don't know where he's staying. Which access did he want again? He just want to carry the boy and go to boarding school. Okay, he's complaining that the child wrote exam in Lawrence. So there was a time that the school, they were advising them that they should carry their child to the primary 5 to boarding school. I even went to meet the school because they told me, I said, Lala, my child cannot go to boarding school. That how many child is I have only one child and it's still small. The woman said no problem. So the one now organized a parents meeting for fathers. It's like he now told them. And as he said, he don't used to pick my call. But if you call me, I will pick his call. So many things happen. So he now invited me, called my auntie. My auntie told me that he came to lay a complaint that he wants to talk to us. I went there. So there he was now saying that he wants the child to go to boarding. So I said my son cannot go to boarding school. That this boy is too small, he can't go to boarding school. Okay, even to see room, see toilet. If you tell him to go and piss himself, he will be scared. He say, Mommy, come. I said, if it is university now, you can take him to any university, even if it is America, anywhere. But for now, this child is too small. He said the boarding school he wants to put the child in. The boarding school is 1 million plus, this, that. I said, this boy cannot go to boarding school. You have your own children. Carry those ones to boarding school. Why are you stressed? Sir?
Do you have work or are you a businesswoman?
I'm a businesswoman. I sell shoes and bag.
At the moment?
Yes. Ever since I've been taking care of this
child. Hold on a minute.
Sir.
Do you have shop or you are a roadside
I have shop. No, I have shop at Bolade, but they broke the shop. At Arena also I have shop, but I left that place. So I now went to Ayobo there to rent shop. I still have shop at Aswani where I sell shoes and bag every Tuesday.
Okay. According to what you were trying to say just now, though I didn't give you time yet to say it because I interrupted your statement. It's like you said he did not put his children in boarding school, but he wants to put your child in boarding school. Is that what you said?
Yes, he just want the boy to leave my side, and I'll be taking good care of this boy from 3 months.
No, hold on a minute. Don't feel like I don't want you to talk. You will talk, but I don't want to miss a word. That's why I'm holding break. I want to ask Oga question. Don't bother to turn the camera so that you won't be stressing yourself. The voice will come out. So I'll come back to the madam soon. Oga, how old are your kids? Mostly your first child from another woman.
They are about the same age with Fortune. It's a daughter.
How old is your first child, Oga?
Fortune is older than He's 9, he's 10. He's 10 now. She's 10 now.
Okay, don't confuse me. This
No,
child,
she's 10 now.
the son, how old is your son?
Okay, this Fortune is 10 now.
Okay, how old is your first child from another woman after this child?
She's 10.
Okay, that means when you were telling this woman another story, you were already with another woman because you did not even allow her to see if you will marry her or if the relationship of it. Hold on a minute, sir. We will come to that of your child, but we have to address some of these things, even though it takes me another day. Did you actually date this woman for 8 years?
Hello, sir.
Hello. What are you doing? Do you have respect for public? Do you have that manner? What are you chewing in your mouth?
Hello, sir. See, the thing is, most of the things
you
she
never
said,
answer my question. Did you date this woman for 8 years?
not even, that's what I want to tell you, sir.
Go ahead.
You need to see her. When she called me that she's pregnant, we already broke up. We're not together. I was in Owerri. I have witnesses to that.
That was when? How long?
That was in
means the DNA now I do for this case.
That was in 2010. I already broke up. She called me.
How many months interval that she called you that she was very?
She called me like 3 months interval because we weren't talking. She called me 3 months interval that she was pregnant. I said,
Chama, sorry.
I said that's not possible.
We are together.
I said that's not possible because we were not dating again. I already told you it's over. We had issues. That was why we broke up. That was why I actually broke up with her, because there are so many things I didn't say prior to when she talked, because there is a school here.
Oga, don't go about your child. Don't go about your child for now. Nobody is talking about your child. We have to address that issue of you will keep a woman and date a woman for 8 years, and you are dating another one. This one will pregnant. You say you are not sure. Hold on a minute. We are going to do DNA for this child. Hold on a minute, sir. Hold on. I'm coming to that. You've not answered my question if you dated this woman for 8 years or not.
I dated her for 8. I sent her to school during that 8 years. No, okay, I'm not denying it, but we already broke up.
Go ahead. You sent her to school to compensate her, not to marry her. Go ahead.
No, we were dating. I was sending her to school.
To compensate her?
Dating, sir?
You were using school to compensate her. The reason why you should date her for 8 years and not marry her, and in that same 8 years, you were dating another woman, because you can understand that her child is 10 years, the other woman's child is 10 years.
No, that's what I want to explain to you, sir.
Go ahead and explain. We are listening.
Yes. When I already broke up with her before I started seeing that woman. We already broke up.
You said you slept with her. Oga, listen to yourself. Oh, listen. Don't fool yourself. You think you are fooling us. You said you broke up with her. After 3 months, she called you that she's pregnant. Oga, if you were having problem in the last sex, that make it 3 months, that after you sex her, you now have problem in that sex that make it 3 months. That means the moment you left her, within that 3 months, you were not searching for solution to the problem of 8 years. After keeping a woman for 8 years, you now move to another woman and impregnate that same woman that same month. That is the area where I want you to understand that after you keep a woman, train her for good 8 years, then you now had a problem that you couldn't solve, but you know that problem is so serious, but you slept with her. Listen, let me tell you, if a problem is becoming big in a relationship, people can stay 6 months without sleeping with each other. They will still be fighting, quarreling, looking forward to settle. That is where you know this problem is enough to separate both parties. You are having misunderstanding with a woman. You are having grudges that you know this thing may not work, but you slept with her and run away after 3 months. You are saying it can't be. You be talking first.
We will do the DNA because that it can't be for the first time. It cannot be for the last time. How did you not find out the child is yours? You can continue and telling us how you send that to university.
Okay. Now let me because like I said earlier on, why I was here was different, but because she dived into it, so let me go back to it. When I met her, when we met, she was actually doing a factory work. So I had issue that time when so I told her this factory work is not good. Why don't you go and look for a fashion school so that you will learn that fashion school? When you finish, I can get you a shop, to start. So she came here. There's a shop. I don't know if they are still there. Nikki Africana. It's somewhere around that lane here. I don't know if they are still there. She came there. She registered. I paid. During that period, she had appendix. During that period, she was in my house when that thing started. She went. I took her to hospital. The following day, they operated her and everything. Even during that period, they told me the doctor after the surgery, the doctor told me she had I think 2 months or a month's pregnancy. We didn't know. So fast forward. So when we started having issues, that time I had issues with my job, with what I was doing there. My landlord evicted me and my friend. We were living together. I was cutting with my friend somewhere in Mangoro. Prior to that period, we've already started having problems. Prior to me leaving the house where I was staying then, we've already started having problems. So when she came to meet me in my friend's place in Mangoro, we only talked. So later we tried to see if we can work it out. It wasn't working because I remember one of the things that made us to start having problem was that we had one issues one time. My house, she came to my house and she broke the TV, everything inside the house. Our father, I went to report to our father. Our father is aware. I can drop our father's number at your time. You can call our father to verify everything. The father now advised her. The father talked to me that if I know I cannot continue that, he's still young. And the father still advised me, but I cannot judge her with this. The father talked to her. We started again. So when I have issues with my accommodation, I was discussing with my friend's place. His name is Tunde. He lives in Mangoro. I spoke with my friend. I stayed with my friend for more than a year plus. So she was coming. I cannot be doing anything with her in my friend's house. Even that time, things were very rough for me. Feeding herself was very hard for me. And she's demanding. So that period, I told her, see, I cannot give you anything again because me myself, I'm broke. My job is not good. Everybody that knows me knows things were very rough for me. So and then she's this type of person, because we are on live. She's very, very aggressive. We have quarreled several times on the streets. Around that, before, I'm telling you, before 2010.
You dated aggressive woman for 8 years. You sent aggressive woman to school. You do all sort of things with aggressive woman. At least when you have aggressive person, dating aggressive woman for a year, it's an award for you. And if you decide to say I am going on, at least you have understood the woman. If you decide not to go on, people will not blame you as well. But why 8 years? Continue.
When I discovered before that period, before she got pregnant, the last place we met was in Cement. We lodged in one hotel. So that period, we've been having problems. So after that night, we slept together that night. The following day, I think it was the following day, after that night, we started having issues. So on phone there and there, we broke up. We were not communicating with each other again. That was when I traveled to Owerri. It was even Aba I went to. But my friend now brought me to Owerri because there's a business I was trying to do then. So we now came back to Owerri. Me and my friend, also his name is Osongo. We now came back to Owerri. So it was during that when I've stayed in Owerri for after 2 months. Then she called me. Before the pregnancy was, she called me. Initially, she called me, said she's pregnant. I said, you can't be serious. How can you be pregnant when we are no longer dating? Everything I'm saying, I have witnesses to them. So even my friend, she went to report to my mom. Then my mom called me on phone. Then I told my mom that we were not together again. We are not doing anything together again. In fact, I've not asked her when the last time she has seen me, but when they now told me how far she has gone on the pregnancy, my mom waited for me to come back from where I went to. So when I came back, my mom talked to me and said, you dated this girl for so years, and I don't want to know what has happened between the both of you. Now she's pregnant. What is the way forward? Whatever it is you are going to do, you cannot leave her with that child alone. So my mom said, you have to start taking care of her. Even when I came back then, things was not working for me. That was when I now started even taking pictures and started looking, because I had to take care of her. Everybody that know me knows I've never been a lazy person, even in Mafoluku. I started hustling just to be able to provide for her. I couldn't provide much, but I was providing for her. Our own father would be my weakness. Our siblings would be my weakness. I was providing the little I could provide for her then when I came back. So now let me go back to the history of the other woman. We're not doing anything together, so I'm free to go.
Hold on a minute, sir. Hold on a minute, sir. The issue of I slept with her, it was just a night, it was just in a hotel. Are you still trying to say you are not very sure of the pregnancy? Because we have what we call DNA.
No, we have the not sure about the pregnancy, as that phase has gone. If I was not sure about the pregnancy, because with my parents talked to me, if I was not sure, there's no way I would have started spending a dime on her. Everything she said, everything she said, I said then. I didn't deny it. I told her I'm not responsible for it. But later, I started taking care of her. She mentioned it now that even the hospital bill where she paid, that is her father. She has her father's number. Let her call her father and let her father confirm that he's the one that paid.
Okay, as it is now, we are going to go back to her. The relationship that you people were into is long, finished, if I'm correct, for the past 8 years.
It has finished for the past 10 years.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Then I just wanted people to understand that when a relationship is not working out, 2 years is even too much, because when you are seeing the red flag, you now as a woman, you are seeing the sign. You are still praying to God, because we pray too much in Africa that I know God will change this man. And you, the man also, you already seeing some sign. You are still believing that let me just use her whole body before I get another woman. That is always the case. The woman will believe, if he don't love me, there is no way he will keep me to this extent. He cannot dare it because I'm already 8 years. Even though she's misbehaving, she will not change, because say, if you can hold me for 8 years, I know you will not leave me. Then you that is a man that know this is not what you want, you will not drop that thing instantly. You want to hold her until you get the angel of your life. That is why most of you people have problems. But that one has come and go, because we cannot amend it, because you are happily married. But she said you are disturbing her as if you are married, your own, have children, you are disturbing her. Don't you think your coming around her and all those things could be the reason why she said you are disturbing her?
No, maybe you didn't understand what she means. I'm not disturbing her for us to do anything.
No, she never said you are disturbing her for you to do anything. Your frequent coming, she will call you, you will not pick, but she will always call her, she will pick and all that. But we will come to that. Let her finish her statement. We will come to that on how both of you should stay away from each other and take care of your children, so that this woman can also have the hope that is finished and she need to move on. Can I talk to her, madam?
Sir.
If you have anything to say, you can go ahead and complete your statement.
When both of us was dating, we don't used to have issue. The only issue we have then is when he slept with one small girl in their compound at Shambuga, when the mother of the girl called me and told me, even the small girl itself, mother was very angry with him. The mother even told me that time that
how old would the girl be at that time?
The girl was in secondary school.
Then we don't reach 18 years.
Even the fashion school he said he sent me to, My mom have already sent me to learn sewing. He was the one that said, okay, that I
Okay,
should
let's stop
upgrade.
this relationship of a thing because we cannot amend it now. It's already gone. Do you have anything you want to say about your child? Because he said he spent money on the child, but you take less care of the child. The money he spent on the child is not reflecting on that child. That is what his complaint is. That is why I ask you in my question, if you are working, then you say you have shops, not shops. I know as Swani markets, for you to be selling there, you must not be poor, even though you may not be rich. And you also have a shop close to your home. So now you are fine with one child. You should be fine financially. Why are you not taking care of that child the way it should be? First and the only child.
God bear me witness. From 3 months, I suffered. I even borrow money to take care of this boy. What is it? If he will come, if he drop, he will not drop. The issue of a school of 18 that he carried this boy to Palms, it was when the boy was in primary 3. The third time he came to beg me that I should allow the boy to go to the school. I allow him to go to the school. Even the school he put the boy, they were just 5 in the class. Even the parents were complaining that they did not teach them very well. This even this common entrance that he wrote, he was the only one remaining in the class. And I told him we should get a private teacher for him. He said no, that he's going to pay for the school. He's going to pay for lesson for him in the school. I said, let's get a private teacher. The issue of the child, in short, he wants boarding school. And me, I did not want boarding school for the child. I'm not yet married. He's married with his children. According to him, I don't know where he stays. He said he have a boy and a girl. And he's married. Immediately he threw us out. He went to go and marry. Ever since I've been taking care of this boy, let them call the boy out so that you see the boy and see if I'm not taking care of him. The little I have, I cannot neglect my child. If I wanted to leave that boy, I would have do what he asked me to say. He asked me to abort the child that time, that if I want both of us to continue. And I told him never. I can never abort my child. Because when we were dating, he got me pregnant. I have the ectopic pregnancy. It was when they did the appendix, they removed the pregnancy. So how would I not?
Madam, you have said this before. We are not going back to your relationship. The reason why I ask so many questions is because you talk about it and I feel pain. I feel your pain. Before you date a woman for 8 years, I know you can date for 100 years and never lead to marriage. We know that. And he also confirmed he sent you to school. That means he was training you to be a good wife. So what now happened all of a sudden? So marriage is not a do or die affair, which we know, but we always want to go into it and let's see how people can learn from it. You should not be chewing man or woman. And in a situation like this, the reason why I may not go completely against you, you are not yet married or having another child or children, and meanwhile, this child is just 10 years old that is keeping you company, it's your companion for now, if I may use that word. So that is no going area for boarding school. That is no going area. If you are allowing him access, now we are going to make that access official. This man should not be coming around you anytime he wants, because if a man wants to like you today and he saw somebody talking to you, that man may not be patient to wait or ask questions. That may be your husband that is that just left you. In a situation like this, that he has moved on with his life, whether he's poor or rich, we are going to make it official. You never deny him access, and if you do before, it was because what he did to you, which you are still feeling the pain now. So in this case, we will grant him access officially, and it's going to be undertaken by both of you. Every Friday or Saturday, which is 2 times in a month, he will come around you, take a walk with the child, but before then, we are going to know his house. We know his house, his address, his photograph, his family, his children, the human rights will know that place. And you already know the mother's place. You know the
I don't know
mother's
his
place.
mother.
Okay,
I
they
don't know
have
his mother.
relocated.
Out from there.
Okay, okay, good. Before we allow this man to take the child out of your presence, we are going to know his house. Document it, even though we may not give you the address because he may not want you to come and remarry him. Then when you now say human rights, this man took my child for a walk and is supposed to return by 6. My child hasn't returned yet. We will now send police or whosoever to go and check his address. So he has reason to keep his house private, but he's not supposed to do that because child is involved. It's not done anywhere. You want to take a child to where you can see him whenever you like, but it's good because nobody has ever trained a child to university or master degree. You want to train a child for a poor woman. She's not poor, she said. So you have to respect her. I give her money, I rent house for her. I do. You are renting house for your child because God blesses you, and that you should continue to do. Yes, if you can send her to school, you can build house for her because of your child. So your mother be spending well for your son if at all what he said is true. Let that money you are working on show in his life. Don't spoil him with money. Still let him be under control. Don't buy something for 15 years for a 10 years old child. It's not a way of training children. Every child has their stage to give them phone, give them laptop, give them this, give them PlayStation. Everything has stages. That is the same stage you will maintain and follow. Putting child in boarding school doesn't mean because you are rich, because you are poor, that is the way of child for child to learn. A child that wants to learn can also learn from home, from mother, from parents. It's not every child that was put in boarding school that are president or minister today or professor. So for the fact that you are still single, that is your partner. So the idea of taking that child to boarding school is not gonna work. How much, Mr. Pius, how much have you been giving monthly, or do you just give when you feel like giving?
Okay. Before I will answer this question, but I want you to answer. I'm really sorry. There's something that I still need to tell you because you need to. I wanted you to address it, but let me answer your question quickly. That child, uh, uh, since they moved back to this place, I take him on Sundays every 2 weeks. I take him out to store. He picked everything he wants, and that week I dropped 20,000 naira for her monthly. After the boy, I must have picked every provision he needs, everything he needs, conflicts, every other thing he needs, everything he need. I only just dropped that 20,000 naira for support.
Are you true? Or you still want to speak?
Chama, you can't hear
Hello?
him.
Can you hear
I
me,
can
sir?
hear him. I heard what you said. I'm only asking if you are true.
No, yes, yes, but there's something I wanted to ask your permission because I remember when I came here the first time, it was when I explained to the person, the secretary, about what is going on. Maybe the title of this thing was wrong because from what you are saying, I really want you, whatever you want me to do, I'll do, but I really want you to take out time and look at these boys, where this boy is staying, and if the mother really have time, because the mother, that place he has moved into, the mother only goes to see him on Sundays.
Oh, you mean the child is not with the mother?
The child is not with, she doesn't stay, she's not staying there. I'm being honest with you. I know
Okay,
what I'm
madam,
saying.
hold on a minute.
Sir?
Madam, answer
Sir?
that question. I know it's funny. You can laugh because you want to laugh, but it's not funny.
Where we are now is my father's house. My father built the place. My mom is late. It's me and my child will be staying there now. He has gone to write common entrance, which he has made his common entrance. I've looked for school. Just the next
Madam,
week.
you never answer my question. No, two of
I'm
them get
staying there,
now.
sir. I'm staying
Are
there.
you living with your son of 10 years?
Yes. Ever
Is
since that, I've not left him, sir.
Is there any given time that you have taken him to your parents to stay with them while you are in a different place?
We only go there for holiday. When he sent us out, sir, it was that place we went to. My dad
Not
built a
we.
house at
Madam,
Ayo.
listen to my simple and correct English. When you
Okay,
said we, that means you and your child. We are trying to see
yes.
if there was any given time you sent your child to live with your parent without you being there. No, I'm not saying we.
There was never a time my child is
Okay,
there.
where is your child now, right now?
Right now, both of us were in my father's place at Ayobo.
I thought you said they rented an apartment for you last year or this year.
Yes, he rented an apartment for us at Ajawa Estate there, which he said he will not pay the rent again. And the house rent will due next month. And me, I've moved to my father's house where we started, and that is where we are going to be staying. He has
Okay,
gone
hold
to
on,
write a
madam.
comment which he has made.
Hold on. Before you allow this man to pay 300,000, don't you know you have a father who have house?
He was the one that begged me. I was never in support of it.
How
I was
can
never.
your ex, madam, listen and listen carefully? I know you talk too much, but listen. This is not matter of talking too much. This is matter of listening. A man that you know he will never marry you begged you, come, I want to rent for you. You are supposed to think otherwise, because you are no lack, you have a place to stay, and moreover, you don't need to waste his money because that money still belongs to your son in the nearest future. He begged you to go and rent for you. That means you people are trying to have another agenda. Okay, now a man who begs to rent for you could not pay the house rent again. Now you remember you have father who will never fail you. You, madam, you said get your for your body. You not eat this food, you not leave this food.
Sir.
You say they call you can't eat. You say I not dey eat, but your eye dey the food. What is he begging you to go and rent for you for when you know it's over and over? So now let me ask this, Michael. We have other cases to treat. Oga,
Sir,
you that rented for them, what stop you from renewing it again?
the house is due, the house will be due in October. We have not even talked about the house. And I did not, it was the family, the father was there. His elder brother is in Italy. He was on phone, on a conference call. Our auntie were there. Everybody were there. I did not want to rent them a house. They practically forced me to rent the house for them. Not that it was my intention. I only rented that house just to make, for peace to reign, just for us to be able to train this boy. Not that I never wanted to rent the house. I've rented the house for
Okay,
them.
where do you prefer for the child? Is the father's house or the apartment you rent?
Okay, it's like I would not want him to stay in that Ayobo because I would really like this organization to take out time and go and check where that boy is staying. That boy, when that boy comes back from school in the
Oga, are
afternoon,
you renewing this house again? Yes or no?
I don't
Whether
have a
the
problem
boy
renewing the
like,
house. Sir.
whether the boy like, he stay with the mother in the gutter, at the market, in anywhere. That is what they call mother is supreme. Listen and listen very well. Hold on a minute. You treat this woman well, you put her in the paradise, your son stays in the paradise. So if she choose to go and stay face me and face you with one toilet, the son goes with her because that is called mother. So now, if you know your purpose of renting a befitting place for them just because of the outbreak of your child, then continue to talk to her in a way that she will understand and say that heaven you want to raise your son from. You understand? That is all I see here. You are doing
Sir.
everything humanly possible to make sure your son is fine because you are taking care of the other ones at home. I understand. But let us do it in a way that this woman will know you are not keeping her there because you may still have hope. This woman will know I want my son to be raised in such environment. Let her understand. We will make her to understand. So you keep on renewing that praise. So if she likes, she go to holidays to see the father. That is it. Then the praise should be there because you want your son to be in a better place. I don't know if I'm communicating.
You are communicating, sir, but there are things, the reasons why I'm here has not been addressed because I was
Which
not
issue?
given the privilege to explain part of the reason why I'm here. That boy
What
comes
Oga,
from
would
school.
explain because remember, when
I'm
you were
sorry.
done talking,
I'm
I
really sorry.
asked you. When you
I'm
were
really, I'm
done
really
talking,
sorry.
I asked
I'm
you
really, really sorry.
twice,
I'm really sorry.
President,
Please forgive me.
sir?
President. Were you not there when I asked this man if he's done talking with his
Yes,
statement?
that is why I
No,
say the statement is wrong. You were
madam,
the one
I'm
that
really
gave your
sorry.
statement
I'm
first
really
and nobody
sorry.
hurried you. You thought, and she's now responding to your statement.
Ma-
I
Why would
have
you say
not
you are
been
not?
the person, the
please,
supposed person to complain now should be
okay,
your
please
yes,
forgive me. I
not
just
you,
wanted to say
because
something.
I've not
Part of
allowed your S, I've not allowed your S to finish her word before I started asking questions. That is the person that's supposed to complain, not you. You narrated the short story, the painted
that's my
story,
son.
because you thought she will not go there. Now that she went there, you are seeing it as if you were not given the due time to talk. Go ahead.
No, I'm not even bothered about her going there, sir. I'm not bothered about her going there. Sir, what I wanted to say, what is fronting me, one of the reasons why I want that boy to go to boarding school is that that boy most time I've been to that place by myself. I've been to that place with somebody with like two people as witness. That boy comes back from school, a 10 years old boy comes back from school, and he will be at home all alone. There's nobody looking after him. Anything could happen to him.
Okay, if this boy is in boarding school, do you think if they close from school or they close from the class, are you going to? Is there any man or any adult as a woman that is going to stay with the boy in his own hostel? Is he going to be there alone with his mates, with his age groups and all that? Do you
Uh,
think there will be an adult that will be assigned to the boy in his hostel room?
uh, from what I know,
Yeah.
I believe they have like an enclosed place where they will be, at least
Mm-hmm.
for security.
Yeah, but there will be no adult.
They might not be adult at least, but somebody will, at least they are in an enclosed place where nobody
President,
will have access to
Okay,
them.
that's the
excuse me, Pius.
Sir?
President, let us not escalate this because we know what we are supposed to do, so we can do it and move on to the next case we have on ground. I understand what this man wants. He wants a situation whereby the child will be there. He can always pick this child, even take this child home and do whatever he want to do with the child. Let me tell you, Oga, if
No, sir.
this woman is not denying the fact that she's trading, Aswani used to be every Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken. So we know what Aswani market is all about. It can never be like the way you want it. So if you still want it to be like the way you want it, they can arrange nanny for your son that will be assisting them at home. So that one you can be paying for it. They can go to village and bring somebody. They can bring somebody anywhere. So the days that your ex go to Aswani morning to night, that person work. The person can be working 3 times in a day. Depends on how many days in a week your ex go to the market. The money for boarding school can even do all that, and you have some balance. So if that is, you so much care about the guy, your son, so it's good. So we can do it that way. But what we are going to do now, we are going to know your house, sir. One, I don't think you pay dowry of this woman, and we don't work based on dowry here. We work based on law, in an international law. Dowry or no dowry, what both parties should be to their child or children. That's how we operate here. But based on the fact that I'm a traditional ruler, sometimes I talk about dowry, I talk about tradition, so that is that. But if we want to go straight as human rights, it's your right, it's her right, it's the right of the child. That's what we that is whom or what we represent. But based on the fact, like I said before, I'm a renowned chief prince. I talk about that when it's necessary. Good. In this case, we are going to know your house, because even though nothing happened and the child did not come back on time on his home from his home playground, we still need to know. We know the father's address. We go and check if he's in. If you have kidnapped him or picked him, and you are going to give us address right here, right now, privately, and we're going to verify the address. By the time we find out you gave us fake address, anything that brings you close to this child will get you arrested. So the address you give us here is the address our comrade will come and verify without you even knowing, but they may still see you at home, maybe Sunday or thereabout. So that is after you gave us the address, we will not send somebody to go unexpectedly and ask questions about this child, how the mother used to go to market, how this child used to be left alone, the child used to pray rough prayer outside alone. All this information, we will gather it and re-invite both of you.
Yes, sir.
Because there's no way this case can end today, because your allegation, we must go and verify it. The reason why you are showing this concern, we must go and verify it. So it can never end today, whether you stay here till 3 hours time, talk. You go and drop your address, your else will not see it. We don't disclose it. But we are coming to check you. We are coming to verify. We will not call you people. After 2 weeks, if you did not hear from us, you now call the office to put a call, remind us of you've not been invited. But now, I will ask the woman just last question pertaining to the apartment. Madam,
Sir,
that apartment, if it's been renewed and you don't even know what they are renewing it, every year automatically is renewing. Do you really want to live there and be happy, and you think you are safe, you are okay, you'd have no problem with the apartment?
sir, I don't want that place again. I want to stay at Ayobo where my father is, because he's not married to me. Even the apartment he rented, he has come that place to disgrace me. He don't used to enter house, he will stay at the door. There is no point for him to rent house for me. My dad built a house. They should come and look at the house. It's not matter of mouth.
Madam, I understand. You have answered my question. Daddy's baby.
I don't know
You don't know say not pay your daddy when he let him rent for you. You also do your body now. Are you a baby? We share rent for you. He approach you, you let him go waste money there. You don't know who rent house for you, know the address, he can come at any given time. You do your body. Just calm down. If you want to marry, go and marry another man and settle down your life. If you marry now, not fear, no let him come knock for your door. I'm not forcing you to go and marry. Marry is not for everybody, but not take your son cover eyes and I make you never marry. You all do your body. All right, sir, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I'm here, sir.
Okay, we are going to verify the father's place. And you know the father's house?
Yes, sir. I know. I have a very good relationship with the father.
Good. So we are going to verify it, see everything. We'll verify your own. Then we will connect both of you on how to be seeing your son in the father's house, and probably take a walk with him and buy something, give him as you used to do. The mother can still go if she wish to go. If she don't want to go, she will send a representative to drive with you. 1 hour, 2 hours, they come back with the shopping. That one will continue. Okay, this is where we are going to stop. How much did you say you are paying every month? Because you did not tell us specifically how much. Not like you give 100 today, tomorrow give 20. You have to be specific on in the amount you want to be giving.
No, the money I give her for upkeep, that 20,000 is just for her in case she needs to buy anything. But usually, the boy goes to the supermarket with me to pick anything he wants. Everything, his provisions, his everything is here.
Okay, sir, have you ever, hold a minute, have you ever paid after they pick whatever they are picking?
Have I ever given her money?
No, when they are done picking, are you the one paying?
Yes,
that's what he said.
Yes, now.
Okay, sir, how much have you pinned? When they pick, you pay some money. Maybe last time I paid 50, last time I paid 70. When they pick of 70, can you tell me one or two?
I pay at times 28, at times 34, depending on the things he picked. At times he
Okay,
needs
the
some
highest you have ever picked is 35, Abi?
Yes, about 35,000.
Okay, sir, I must tell you that you are giving them 50,000 monthly. That is what you have been giving. So now they don't need your pickup. You will be giving that same 50,000 monthly. Is that okay?
Sir, I don't have a problem giving her the money. The only problem I have with her, the only reasons why I go to buy that boy those things by myself is because of the experience I've had with her. But
Don't worry,
your
let's do
decision
it
is
this
going to
way,
take
sir.
it up, that
What
is
you
I'm
know,
very happy
you
with that.
now, hold on, sir. You know your son of 10 years, how you have been taking him out, what he likes and what you like for him as a father. You can buy
Yes.
them without taking them there. You drop those
Yes.
unexpected one with him. But this 50 euro, 50,000, let that money roll. The 50,000, be servicing her account for your child. Then any day you feel, no, I did not pay this 50 because I'm coming to pick my child, that one can even cause trouble. Just think of what you are buying in addition that he may like. By the time you find out most things you used to buy, the guy said, I've not been eating cornflakes, daddy. I've not been eating spaghetti that you normally buy. You will now know your 50,000 is not doing the job you asked the 50,000 to do. Then you may now call the human rights office. Then we will now withdraw the money for her and you will be the one buying it as usual.
Okay, so I should not buy anything for her. That means I won't be taking
You can
him out.
buy 1 million things for your son, but this 50,000, you say 30 something, 20, you are giving is 50. This 50 you should be giving them. If you like, use tipper to carry another load, go and give them. But this 50,000, be giving this woman, let her be the one doing the shopping and those things you used to buy for your son. But that didn't stop you to buy other important things and give him or her for your son, okay?
Can I ask you a question, sir?
Go ahead, last question.
Okay. I will give her money, but I won't be able to be giving her the 50,000 every month.
How much?
I'll be giving her 30,000 naira.
Okay. She's also working. She's a businesswoman. She's not complaining. The 30 is okay. But that will not stop you from taking a walk with your son and be buying things that you need to buy. I hope you know that.
Another thing is the taking me. I cannot. That place is inside. The only time I can, like his clothes, I usually take him to where I buy his clothes. Yeah. When I take him like that, we do like 2 hours plus. So, but that location now, I don't know how I'll be doing that again.
Are you sure you love your son or you actually needed something from them?
Sir, I don't. If I
You
want
are
to
beginning to expose yourself now, sir. We are talking of Lagos. We are talking of Ogun State. Don't stress me. Don't stress me. I'm a
I love
family
my
man.
son.
I
I
have
don't want to say anything,
children.
sir.
You talk bra, you talk you rent house, you talk you buy helicopter, but you now to go to Ayobo now, you don't know when you can see your son. Come on, drop your whatever there, your address. Both of you drop your
You
address,
don't
write your
understand me, sir.
30,000 there.
You don't understand me, sir. Maybe it's a...
Yeah, I have a good son here. Talk to me.
Okay, what I mean is that she knows too. I wanted to know so that I don't breach the what you told us, because she's here too. She knows I usually come anytime I come around and his clothes are worn out. I'll just take him to so that he can test them by himself. I usually go
Okay,
and do
you will
that.
be seeing your son 2 times in a month.
Okay.
So that 2 times in a month is you that know when you want to see him that 2 times in a month. Every 2 weeks you go and see him by all means if you want. If you like, don't go and
Yeah,
see him in the next 10 years.
can I take him?
But
Can I take him to do all those things too? That's what I'm asking now.
yes,
She's
you
here
can take
too.
him, but somebody must go with you. So now she
Okay.
cannot, I don't want her to be going with you always because she needs
No,
to
she
mind
doesn't
her
go with me.
business. So
Chairman.
now she will. President.
Hello, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
It's like I don't understand. You are taking side.
Mm.
Yes, sir.
Which, the woman side, I be the man side.
The woman side.
I am joining the woman.
Yes.
Ah,
Yes,
I
sir.
don't know. I didn't take note.
I will balance that equation because one, the man have to go, they have to go and trace the man address first. After which they will come back and they will have a final resolution. The woman in question did not have problem with the man going out with the child, but she's being scared for the fact that they are not married and she don't know where the man is living. So the essence of the organization going to verify the man address is to allow the man having access, full access to the child. Then the second one is she's objecting against enrolling the child into boarding school. Aside taking the child from her or not allowing the mother to bond with the boy, taking such innocent, age of the boy to boarding house is also not good for the child. That boy can be abused sexually by other roommates. There are so many children of his age that have actually been exposed to sex already, unknowingly to you. So that fear you are having of not having an adult watching over the boy, you may take that boy there and destroy his future. So I think we need to discuss other things better when you come back the second meeting, other than standing on taking the boy there. We also tell you the disadvantage of taking such boy to a boarding school. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry,
President, thank you. No, don't be sorry about that. Thank you. That is why you are there to always see it from the other side when I'm going out of line. But what I want to tell you, Mrs. President,
yes, Mr.
maybe
Chairman.
you know that time I wanted to go to school before I couldn't finish school. They said we should have comma, full stop. It's because I
Okay.
did not put full stop and comma. That is why you thought I am just saying it. What I'm saying is the future one after the verifying the address is the future one. In case they come, they will know if I couldn't handle it. This is what we agreed on. I'm not saying they must go now, continue. We are verifying all these things before all the other ones start. That is why you didn't understand what I mean.
Okay, sir.
So yeah, I supposed to put full stop. I will go if I come back to Nigeria now, go and start nursery school. Because if we don't start from nursery, you're not gonna understand this nursery, this full stop and come out.
I'll put you in my children kindergarten. They will start from there.
Better for you. I go they use with the bottle. All right. Okay, you give them you give the secretary the letter of how do you call it? Undertaking form. This man will undertake in a different form so that the woman will not see the address. They will do it like that. We verify both of them and all that. So in 2 weeks, remember you are the one mobilizing a human right to go to both address. You take the money
Yes, sir.
from the man to mobilize them for both address. So if after 2 weeks you did not hear from us, call the office. So you people should continue loving each other because child is already involved. And women, we should be careful because women time they pass. May time not dey pass.
Chairman,
You go see a
chairman,
woman who want to marry. My network is
chairman,
not good, madam. I'm not hearing
chairman,
you. My network is not good.
chairman.
I'm not hearing you. You will see.
This man is married.
I
You
have
don't
network. I have
believe that.
network issue. President, I have
That they
network issue.
have
I
child
can't hear
together
you.
doesn't mean they should be loving each other. That you are bringing problem to the man's home.
I have network issue. What I'm trying to say before they were interrupting me from Nigeria. Staying with a man for longer time doesn't guarantee you marriage. And allowing a man to stay with you because he stayed with me for 8 years, he must not fail me. Even people that dated or married for 60 years, they still divorce. I was told that Bill Gates, or what they call him, had just filed a divorce. Even this Peter Paul Square, they are on it. So we should not see dating for a long time as a guarantee to marry. And when it's over, everybody should know it's over. Something that couldn't work for 8 years, is it now that it will work? So we should just move ahead and let this child be our business. Let it be our business. All right. Have a good evening from Italy. Bye, President. Bye, viewers. See you soon.
Bye bye, sir.
Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you, viewers, for being with us live from Ikeja Allen Avenue branch broadcast. Follow us on our Facebook page on Human Rights Defenders and Access to Justice Advocate Center, and subscribe to our YouTube channel on Access to Justice TV for more useful information. Visit our website on www.hrdac.org.ng. This case was moderated by Chief Prince Olushola Adegboye, the chairman of Human Rights Defender and Access to Justice Advocate Center from Milano, Italy. Thank you.